I don't know what happened exactly. I've heard a lot of stories about how the banking industry spent the $700 billion that the government gave them that was supposed to be for providing the credit to restart the financing of cars and boats and helicopters and other things. As far as I know, not even a nickel of it ever came in that direction. I understand that some of the banks bought out smaller banks to reduce their competition in the banking industry, and that they invested in other industries. And they also had, as I understand it, some very, very large bonuses that they gave themselves in the banking industry. I don't know. Anyhow, now I think that's all kind of been exposed, and hopefully we will be able to, our customers will be able to obtain reasonable financing to purchase the aircraft as they did in years gone by. The thing about that whole thing that has been a bit worrisome to me is the fact that it has so many things in common with the Great Depression of the 30s. For one thing, it's not an American recession. It's not even a recession at all, it's a depression. And it is worldwide. The whole world is suffering just as it did in the early 1930s. And the only thing that got us out of that depression, and I just happen to be old enough, hate to say that, but I just happen to be old enough that I lived through that whole period of depression, and I know what it was like. I recall as a kid growing up, my dad, of course, was a coal miner, but the coal mines all closed, and he had to go on WPA. I don't know how many of you ever went on WPA yourselves or had a father that went on it, but it's a very degrading, unfortunate thing to have to do, and on to relief and so on. WPA only paid $40 a month, and to support a family of 6 on $40 a month, can you imagine what that was like? Well, and I remember some of the other things in that period. I remember how I hated wearing those relief overalls because they all looked different, and you could recognize anyone who was on relief by just looking at them.